Yeah, I love watching MrBeast terrorize people by helping them out.
Yeah. That's the worst form of terrorism.
And white supremacy.
Helping him.
Oh, yeah.
Just by clicking play on this video, you've already helped pay for someone to get a prosthetic limb. That is insane. Imagine living in a world where 80% of amputees are denied the care they need to live a fully functional life. This is a saddening reality faced by those living in developing and war-stricken countries. So we flew into the heart of Cambodia in Southeast Asia, where Darren met with Tom Sauce, who is one of the 40,000 amputees that live there. It's this reality that has brought Exceed Worldwide in Cambodia to life. Despite doing everything they can to reduce these numbers, unforeseeable challenges have emerged. Their 2 rural clinics, vital for most patients, are just about to get shut down. They've been providing amputees with free prosthetics and services for over 30 years. They are who changed Tom Suss's life by not only
If you aren't aware, my memory might be a bit off, but essentially due to war that happened quite some time back in Cambodia, when they were relegated to a lot of jungle combat, they ended up planting a bunch of bombs and landmines all over the place to make it impossible for the invaders to approach and move forward. And my understanding is that a lot of them end up dying through that process, but when the war ended, a lot of those mines, where they were, it was never really mapped out. So a lot of them are still present today. So you think about that, there's landmines, you know, that are basically, and the thing about landmines a lot of times is they don't kill the person. They have a worsening effect. They actually maim them so that then they have to be brought back alive. So it's a risk for all the other soldiers who are still around. And then there's also a morale drop knowing like, okay, the guy was just fighting with lost one of his limbs or whatever it is. So they were planted all over. And I think fast forward to today, there's still many of them. So a lot of people who live out in the areas who are moving about end up stepping on one, even though they think the land is safe. It just takes one step in the wrong spot and then one springs up and shit like that. So that's my memory. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember. What do you want to say?
We're watching another video of that guy fucking people and just taking advantage of them.
Yeah, I love watching MrBeast terrorize people by helping them out.
Yeah. That's the worst form of terrorism.
And white supremacy.
Helping him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's just something crazy about watching a white man go to an Asian country and then giving them the ability to walk again.
You're such a white man.
What a piece of shit.
Oh my God.
You're being a white male, and the way that you're inflicting generational trauma on them by giving them back the limbs they lost due to the past is fucking disgusting.
You're making them relive their past. That's crazy.
Crazy.
with a lifetime of free care, but also the education she needs to help thousands of other amputees just like her. We are just about to witness Sang Kaboe, a 59-year-old woman, receive prosthetic legs and walk for the very first time.
So, you know, a lot of people talk about MrBeast and they talk shit about the sustainability of stuff. What you're seeing right here, it's not enough to give these people prosthetic limbs. You have to help them with the rehab so that they can strengthen the muscles and get the idea in their heads of how to even walk with the limb. So you're seeing that this is not just a short-term thing where he's just giving people the legs. He's actually making sure that the recovery process and the clinics stay open so they keep getting the care they need to get better over time. So it's amazing. And I'll say too, who was he?
Still a white man.
True. And so that kind of invalidates everything else he's saying. But I'm going to keep talking and then just finish that with he's a white male and then just erase everything I said.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Don't forget.
All right. So like I was saying, you're a white male. Then play. I always said this. If you had to choose between losing a hand and losing a foot, I would choose losing a hand every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And I would choose that. I would choose losing both hands over losing one foot if I lived in these countries.
God damn.
Easily.
Sure.
Because wheelchair accessibility is not a thing over there.
No.
The roads are not paved. The sidewalks are not paved in every spot. So you're going to be struggling to even be able to use a wheelchair anywhere. You know, here we have to make a lot of buildings, especially governmental buildings, wheelchair accessible. Right? That's like mandated by a lot of governmental bodies. Over there, they don't have any of that. So you're pretty much shit out of luck if your feet don't work, your legs don't work. And using crutches for the rest of your life, that's not a solution either because that ends up fucking up other parts of your body. So, yeah, oh, it's just a foot. No. In the places like these, just a foot means you can't work, you can't do anything. Yeah, you live basically in a place where not having feet is oftentimes like, good luck going forward with most of your life. So, that's just one thing I want to say.
Sure.
Which one would you pick, hands or feet?
Oh, it's the same. I understand your logic and it makes perfect sense. You forgot to say that he's a white man at the end.
Oh, you were supposed to say for me.
Well,
but I appreciate you reminding me.
I bet MrBeast is not even your real name.
Yeah, Mr. Yeast.
This make me cry because this special for her.
Thank you. It's amazing the work that you guys are doing over here.
It meant a lot to me because I'm also people with disability. It's difficult for me. I feel like the people why they look at to me. I'm so different. Maybe they don't like me, and that's why I want to help them because I know the feeling.
I think you're an amazing person. You've been through a lot, and now you can use it to help others.
Our time with Tom Suss and Exceed Worldwide was so moving that we want to do everything in our power to help as many people as possible and keep these 2 clinics open.
So instead of providing 150 limbs like we originally intended, we are going to be giving away around 2,200 prosthetic limbs to people who need it over the next year. When we first came here, I thought that we were simply buying limbs for people that need it. But what we've experienced is that it's so much more than a limb. We're giving back people their independence. We're giving them the ability to go back to work. But most important, I realize that we're giving them back their dignity and their self-esteem.
Like one of their patients, Sum Pao.
For the disability woman in Cambodia, if I don't have education too, I'm hard to find a good job. Right now, I don't have money. I'm just earn money to support my family. This is my goal and my plan in my future. I want to graduate my master degree of accounting, and I want to go to another country, just only one if I can.
Understanding how drastic the obstacles in Sam Pao's life are, we decided to make her dreams come true by paying for all her schooling, as well as covered all her travel expenses so she could visit any country in the world.
Really? I'm so excited. Oh God. If I...
You know what's crazy is like you see how happy she is to get her foot back. If you didn't notice, her left arm, the fingers are also gone. So whatever injury she occurred, it seems like her fingers were also taken from that. I don't know. It is crazy that people can lose so much and be so happy at even what appears to be one of the smaller things in life that cost so little. And, you know, MrBeast videos are the only videos that ever get me, like, emotional every time I watch them. Not all of them, but, like, these ones, I don't know why. They just be getting to me.
If I can earn money also, I can do everything. I can drive motorbike to school. I can help people. I really thank you.
Sam Pao is one of the thousands of extraordinary people being aided by Exceed Worldwide's lifelong program. Like school teachers, Paralympic medalists, and even the cutest elephant named Chuck. On the first day, Tom Suss mentioned to Darren and the team that her current prosthetic legs make her feel very short. So the team worked tirelessly throughout the entire night so we could surprise her with a new pair of prosthetic limbs. But before I do that, I need to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Battle Run, because they helped us transform thousands of amputees' lives. Battle Run is a free-to-play racing game that, Dan, can you put me in the game? Available on Android and iOS, where you can race against friends or against other people around the world in action-packed stages. You can play in the classic 4-player competition.
I normally never watch ads, but I'll watch it for this one.
Or a 12-player survival battle royale competition.
Hey, I've never been invited to play along.
Be sure to watch any ads we do.
Thank you.
Well, now that it allows 12 players, I'll consider it. Blast away your competition with tons of explosives and abilities to get first place. You can download it from, this QR code or using the links in the description. Now, Darren, take it away.
Tom Suss, you told us that you wanted to be taller,
Yes.
and so we bought you a new pair of legs. Are you ready?
Stand together.
Yeah. Look at you. We're almost the same height now.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this entire video. By doing that, you're allowing us to help make the world a better place. Subscribe.
All right, there you guys go. I'll have the video in the. I think I didn't want to only cover MrBeast videos whenever there was a controversy, so I thought it'd be a nice change of pace to just cover one that doesn't seem to be making the rounds at all. Yeah, it's great. I love seeing this kind of stuff, and I think for a lot of people who've never been to these parts of the world, you know, me having grown up around a lot of that kind of stuff, you see how day-to-day life is very difficult for people who have all their limbs, who have all their shit together. It's incredibly difficult for a lot of people to live, but at least they're able to get by. And when you see folks who are without their legs or are without, and you see a lot of this stuff is preventable, even the stuff with the eyes, where folks have like cataracts of sorts, and if they just get them removed for like $1,000, they can see again, but it's just not funded by anybody. You see all the things that are stopping people from living full lives, and they're so easy to fix with so minimal amount of money, but it just goes unchecked. I know seeing somebody who's a creator here in the West doing so much good for people in different parts of the world is really heartwarming. So, you know, I commend MrBeast every time I see this kind of stuff. I think it's amazing, and yeah, I think that's my thoughts on that. Anything you want to say?
I wish I was able to do what he does. You know what I mean? Give back to people. It's one of the best way to feel like you're doing something and you make a difference. You know what I mean? It's just to see people happy and just do good. You know, you're doing so much, you're getting so much, just helping out others and stuff like that. I'm doing my part, I'm doing my things here and there, but at this level, I really like what he does, and I think I would do the same thing if I had the possibility. Just doing my thing on my size as I can, but that's besides the point. So I really like his videos and what he does. Really like the way he does that shit. I love it. But hey, people are not gonna like it and gonna find controversy while not doing anything at the same time. I think it's a bit weird, but it is what it is, you know. It's human nature, I guess.
I'll say it. I think MrBeast is probably the best role model on this entire platform. I don't think he's a perfect person. I don't think he's the squeaky clean person that sometimes he has to portray himself for PRP reasons. But it doesn't really matter. Because I think the overwhelming good that he does in the world and the fact that he broadcasts it and he sets that example for other people is amazing. And folks, you may not be able to do everything he does, but even if you do it on a smaller scale, it's still an amazing thing to do. And I'm pretty confident he would be saying the same thing to you guys if you're watching right now. So yeah, if you want to get involved, he's got his charities that he set up, and it seems to be all very legitimate from all the research I've done. Do your own. But yeah, I guess you just got to be grateful that we have somebody like this as the head of the platform, because it could be some fucking self-absorbed lunatic who just wants to buy new Bugattis and do other goofy ass shit. Instead, we have somebody like this who's doing this kind of stuff. So I think it's beautiful. Anything else?
No.
All right, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We want to hear from you.